Blind Mike's calling in.
Blind Mike's a
4:30.
fucking asshole.
You think so?
I can't wait to. I am so sick of Blind Mike and his little, like, he just sits and takes shots and then woe is me when you come at him. Like, Mike, you've done nothing. All you are is blind. Do you know how bad you have to be blind and me still not want to bring you to New York? Like, I love deformed people and weirdos and you name it. I open my fucking arms for these fucking wacko deformed people. I still didn't want Blind Mike. And he takes shots, and then he's like, well, Tommy is more, and it's not just, I like Tommy. Tommy's more talent in his fucking pinky than Blind Mike. All Blind Mike does is be blind and take shots. And this, I didn't really take shots. You can't say, shut up, Blind Mike. You're not fucking Minihane, who at least is talented and is earned. Like, Blind Mike, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, that was beautifully said. The backstory.
He's going to do this when he gets, I don't know if I really said that. Like, he's done that with me. He takes shots at me, and then I call him out on it. He's like, I didn't really mean. Like, yeah, you did. Like, and you're not funny enough. You're not creative enough. You're not as good on your feet to do this, because whenever you get called to it, you just, me? What? Shut up, you blind fuck.
Yeah, I called into Kirk Minihane's show today. He wasn't as, like, combative as I
he's
as
never
I
that he's like a Clay Travis in a weird way,
right?
Except
like,
more as like veiled insults, but he's the same. And when you get him on, it's like, well, I didn't really mean anything, so I said Tommy was the boringest person. I didn't know that was an insult. Like,
right? And then so yesterday, I've seen the shots for months and I ignored it because, like, for the most part, like, I mean, I don't give a fuck about, like, Blind Mike. Like, unless you're in that Minifan world, like, he doesn't matter. So I didn't respond. And then yesterday we played that prank call on radio, which was bad. Which was bad. And then last night I'm just scrolling through Twitter. I'm trying to catch up on the K Marco drama. So I'm going through Blind Mike's page. I see that he had tweeted earlier in the day. I just missed it. It was like, let me take notes on these prank calls. Like, sarcastically, which... if it was just that one tweet, I wouldn't have responded. But when it's in the context of, like, months after months of shot, that's when you know it's a direct shot. So I was like, maybe, like, you should actually take them. And then, I called in today. He was like, it's all a joke, man. It's all a joke. I don't know. I don't think he actually hates me with a passion, but you can't take shots for months on Twitter and then when I finally respond, be like, you're so triggered.
Yeah, right. That is Blind Mike, and that's what makes me despise him.
Yeah, because the shot yesterday was pretty
I will
mild.
never pay Blind Mike a cent. Like, I don't know whether he's getting paid through, like, I know when he asked me for a salary, it's always if Kirk wants to pay you. Hopefully we're not. He's somebody who I've decided long ago he's not worth fucking, the toilet paper that I take my shit to wipe my ass with.
But, I mean, how do you feel if you ever do move back to Boston? That's the plan, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be there with Minihane. Like,
so?
Are you guys going to cross paths? Like, are you guys going to have the same... I mean...
What do you mean cross paths?
Like, he's going to
what's
be
he
in
gonna
your
do,
office,
fight me? I won't fight anybody rough around me. I'd fight Blind Mike.
Hank kept trying to stir the pot. He was like... See, he was like...
Guy I'd fight.
I mean, listen, we talked for like a good half hour about your bottom five or whatever. I don't even... Did we get brought up?
I don't even consider him like an employee.
Yeah, I guess so. You just said you'd fight him. Wow.
It's just the way he goes about his business infuriates me. Like, he infuriated me when I didn't take him to New York. He takes veiled shots, like Tommy says, and then says he doesn't, and it's infuriating. If I go back to New York, who cares? Like, Kirk's a talented guy. He's a little planet. I'm a universe, so I don't care about that.
Yeah, I just don't like when people play the victim, and that's what I think he was doing clearly. And then today, when I was on the phone, he's like, you took it too real. He's like, you should have just made a joke about me being blind. But earlier in the day, he got mad at K Marco for making a blind joke. So it's like you can't win like either way. And also, I'm not going to come at someone for something they can't control. Like, Blind Mike is blind. He can't control that he's blind. I could go at him for being like bad.
Go at him
worthless.
for being blind. He's a worthless, blind loser.
So that's you're okay with that one?
What?
Like he said,
even not that Tommy had a shitty interview too, but I mean, his interview with me, Blind Mike's, he's so boring. He's so blah. He has nothing to him except he's blind. Yeah, when I made fun of him being blind, he was good content. I made him interesting by killing him in ping pong or spike ball or when you threw a wallet off his face. In that respect, he's good. Any blind guy could do that. I could beat any blind guy but when he's got this thing about him in which he takes shots, and then when he responds, like, you took it too serious. Like, I'm just joking. It's like, shut up. It's infuriating. His shots aren't, like, unique or witty or funny. They just stink.
I'll say the like I've never had a problem with Kirk, and I told that it's literally just Blind Mike. But the people now that really, I mean, the Minifans are fucking insane. Like my mentions last night were crazy, and they kept saying you're the worst thing since Stella. You're the worst thing to have this company since Stella. And I'm thinking to myself, like who is Stella? Like who? And then it dawned on me that like you're dead.
Yeah, I don't like. I honestly don't care. And it's part of, I get it, Kirk's thing, and he does the whole, gets everyone worked up, and that's fine. It's like, whatever, we get the podcast numbers, hopefully they do well, I like Kirk, but like, you know, there's a reason Kirk's working for me. I mean, there just is.
Blind Mike, you there?
Yeah, guys, I heard the first segment, and it seems to me that you guys are under some delusion that I think I'm talented or something.
There it is. That's Blind Mike 101 right there.
What is the problem, Dave? I don't get it.
It's the same problem I've always had with you. Why I hate you, to be honest, because all you do is take veiled, thin shots at people, and then woe is me. You think I'm like talent. You think I'm talented. I didn't say that. And you do this.
Dave, do you know the conversation I had about you this morning?
What's the word you do? When like no, not humble. What is when deprecating? Then he does the deprecating.
Self-deprecating?
Yeah, which I'm over because you're not. You're an arrogant son of a bitch.
I am very arrogant. Dave, the conversation I had about you this morning, we got in an argument over the definition of the word genius because I said you were a genius.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I'm sorry if I don't kiss your ass enough.
No, it's not that. This is what he does. This is what we knew you would do. You take shots on social media. You were doing Tommy, you've done to me, and then you do this routine.
I made jokes about Tommy.
Shut up. They're not. That's not a joke. You're boring and useless. You're boring and useless is not a joke. You're boring and useless is not a joke. You say that, it's a joke. You don't get it. I'm not joking now. I'm not joking right now. I think you're an arrogant, talentless, worthless sack of shit. That's not a joke.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
And I could have predicted that answer.
Okay, then what are we doing there? I mean, we were talking about Barstool Radio.
Your jokes aren't funny. Just being like Tommy's boring, that's not a joke.
Okay, I'm
fine if you want to stand by it.
I think I do a good job on Kirk's
Kirk
show.
likes you. Go run to Daddy then. Go run to Daddy then. I don't give a fuck.
That's what Tommy did.
I didn't run to Dave for anything. What are you talking about? I went on the show. I went on your show today. I didn't talk to Dave before the show or anything.
We were fine. Tommy, you were on the show today, and we were fine.
Tommy has nothing to do with why I hate you.
Yeah, it's not like I ran into Dave's office today. It was like, Dave saw it on his own and had these own opinions on himself.
It's the same thing. You do it over and over. You say, it's a joke. If you're just like, I hope old Barstool's, that's not the Barstool I know, or Tommy's boring. Those aren't jokes.
Yeah, Dave. Also, on Kirk Minihane show, I get shit for defending Barstools too much.
I don't listen to Kirk's show.
I know you don't. So you get mad at little things you see on Twitter.
They're not little things.
I love
They're
Barstool.
not little things.
You guys all the time.
They're not little things. If you continually just take shots at somebody when you're a useless, talentless fucking hack, I don't know what, and then you just turn around and be like, it's a joke. At least Kirk will defend what he says. You don't. You roll over and be like, it's a joke.
I think Tommy's boring on the show. I don't think.
But then stop saying it's a joke.
Right? Then why'd you just say it was a joke?
Successful than me. Who gives a fuck what I think?
Then why did you just say it was a joke?
I'm joking around. I don't really give a fuck if
well, which is it? Which is it? Do you think he's boring or do you think it's a joke?
Yes. I think Tommy's very boring. But Tommy,
so then when you say it, it's not a joke.
10 million times more successful.
No shit he is, but it's not a joke. If you can't have it both, that's what drives me nuts. You come on, it was a joke.
Why
I was
not,
joking.
Dave?
Because they don't go together, you fucking moron.
Why not? You can't joke around about people and still not despise them.
What are you you can't be like, I said Tommy's boring, it's a joke, but I really mean it. Then it's not a joke, you dummy.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't mean to mean spiritedly, I guess.
Let me tell you, you brain-dead moron. It's not a joke if you mean it. Like, everything I'm saying to you, I mean. That's why I fucking hate you.
Then I wasn't joking. I think Tommy's boring, but I'm sure he's a terrific guy.
Okay, that's all. Then just don't do this both sides. That's why I fucking hate you. You've done it since I've known you. You'll say stuff that are insults, and then be like, it's a joke. You can't take a joke when you're not joking. You just said you're not. You're like, I really mean it. So just be a man one time and own up to it, you blind fuck.
Tommy's boring. I've said it 50 times in this phone.
Yeah, but then when I responded last night, you were like, "Oh, you're
like." Call, by the way, he's proven me wrong.
But when I responded last night, you're like, "Oh, you took it too seriously." Like, yeah, because they weren't jokes. Like I responded once. Like I responded once because you were saying that I was mad.
Lighthearted comments. They're not meant to be for you to get that angry about.
But then why
keep making by that? Who doesn't care if someone says insults?
It's a fucking talk
Would you have
show.
rather me just kept ignoring it over and over and over? And then it's like, then if I ignore it, it's like, oh, this guy's never going to respond to me. And then I respond.
Tommy, what did I say? I don't know why we're doing this again. I told you today on the show. You're right. You should have responded like that if you were pissed.
Well, no, but even then, after I said that, you said you should have just...
Tommy, didn't I say that on the show today?
You said that I came off too mad. You said my response was too mad.
Yes, but Tommy, did I also say you were making good points on the show today? I don't know why we're doing this again. Like, you're acting like that didn't happen this morning.
Well, I want to talk to you because I fucking hate you, and I want you to hear it from my own mouth.
I know you do, Dave. I'm sorry about that.
Well, it's your own fucking fault because of the way you conduct your business, which is taking shots and then saying it's a joke when people call, and it's infuriating, and you just play this woe is me. It's for the show. It's this. It's that. Shut up.
All right, so you want me to stop talking on the show? Is that... I don't get it.
Mike. I want you to be a man, and if you're going to take shots at somebody, don't turn around and say it's a joke. You're getting too upset about it. Own what you say. You think Tommy's boring? Then be like, yeah, Tommy, you're boring. I was not joking. You're boring.
Tommy,
because when I did call in today at first,
I meant it very seriously, and I hoped we got in a big argument about it. That's what I was hoping for when I said it 4 months ago.
What do you expect to happen when you just take insults? If you're in somebody else's shoes, Tommy's or anybody's, and you repeatedly take shots,
Did you hear what I just said? Tommy was right for being pissed at me and responding.
Yeah, but then you also said it's like radio. We're just talking about the show, and we go, what is... Like,
it is.
What?
It is radio, and we're just talking. What am I supposed to do?
That's a difference.
Tommy's off. Hey, Kirk, let's move off this subject.
It's not just Tommy. It's anybody. It's anybody. It's anybody. It's not a joke.
All right, so anybody. And
that's what your show does. Hey, let me tell you something, you fucking blind fuck. That's what your show does. It takes shots at everybody, including in here, and then Kirk doesn't, but you do the woe is me. You make enemies all around. I don't give a fuck, but when you guys are off on your own and you burn your next bridge and off on your own.
What is this woe is me thing you're talking about?
That's what you do. That's what you do. It's a joke. Why are you getting so mad? Woe is me. That's what you do.
It's me.
When people respond to your insults, you say it's a joke. Why are you getting so mad?
That's not woe is me. That's saying you're wrong.
It's woe is me. Why are you getting so mad? I didn't do anything.
I don't think I do that, but I just
Well, you did it. You basically said during this conversation, you did it. I don't know why you're getting so mad, and it's just a joke. What do you care?
But I don't know why you're getting so mad.
Because all you do is take shots.
Have you ever insulted me, and have I ever acted like this? You don't think you've ever insulted me?
I always insult you. I always insult you. I said earlier today, I wish I fired it as hard as I could and broke your nose.
Yeah, and I'm just not like that. I'm just not. I don't get that mad about that shit. I don't mind that.
Mike, what'd you think about
saying that?
What'd you think about him saying he'd fight you rough and rowdy?
That's his thing, though. That is his thing. That's Mike's thing. It's like, since I don't care, like, I can take unprovoked shots at people and then turn around and be like, I'm joking because I want to get mad because I'm a blind, helpless little fuck.
I would fight David rough and rowdy. I'm down for that.
If we could get it legalized, I would. I know we can't because you're blind. You're the only person I'd fight.
I don't know. What's the test you have to pass? I could pass like a regular physical.
No, you're blind.
So that was just. But there was a.
They won't let an able-bodied person, which I am, fight a blind person, especially because I would like punch you in the face as much as I could because I hate you.
Right. Well, if we can figure it out, I'm down.
Well, if you can get. Well, I don't know if I'd fight you if you could see.
Tommy, would you want to step in and fight this battle instead?
I was saying before, I don't see much benefit to fighting.
I do. I just want to punch him in the face.
Right. Yeah. I hadn't thought about it in that way.
If Mike, can he get like?
This is pent up. Like, he's done this since the second I didn't take him to New York. He does veiled shots and I love Barstool. Well, you don't act it. I love you, Dave. You don't act it.
So you never felt this way before you left?
I do love Barstool.
Well,
what's that?
You don't act it.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
No, you're not.
So you didn't feel this way before you left? Like, this is since you moved to New York? Like, there was some animosity?
No. When I didn't take him because he's talentless. Like, honestly.
Right.
If as people know my history here, deformed people, midgets, you name it. If you have something weird, I'll hire you. He was so talentless, I couldn't bring him here. Just couldn't. Didn't hate him like I do now. But then I started noticing once I didn't take him, the things he'd say, they always have this tone of like, hey, I'm taking a shot at you, and then he'd never back it up when you talk to him. I'm not taking a shot. Why are you getting mad? It's a joke.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm very surprised you feel that way.
But fucking you blind fuck. He'd do exactly what he just did on this call. And that infuriates me more than anything when someone won't own it. Maybe we've changed him. I can come together, but just own it. Don't back down like and you could just look at this call. The way he started is like, it was a joke. And then you go 2 seconds later, he's like, well, actually, it wasn't a joke at all. That's what infuriates me about human beings and Blind Mike in general. And then the fact he's blind, I'll just pile on.
See, I don't mind that. But I'm down to fight if we can get it passed.
Me too.
All right, there it is. So book Dave versus Blind Mike.
People, that'll turn the tide. That actually would be like a White Sox Dave because everyone will be like, feel pity for him when I'm just punching a blind guy in the face.
We'll see.
All right, Mike, that's it. You guys done with them?
Yep.
All right, Mike, thanks for calling in.
All right, guys.
I fucking hate him.
All right.
Great stuff, Mike.
We're going to go to break. We're going to come back, maybe take some calls, and then LaDuca's joining us for the second hour.
I
So
fucking hate Blind Mike.
That went really unbelievably well.
I fucking hate him so much. It's his attitude that just drives me crazy.
All right, we'll see you in a bit. I believe we have Kirk Minihane on the line. Kirk, you there?
Hey, what's up?
Hello, Kirk.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
Good.
I mean, that was really. I mean, I just listened to that. That was really unnecessary. Jesus Christ. I mean, really.
I mean, he needed it.
I mean, no, he doesn't. He's a fucking blind dummy. Like, I mean, Jesus, leave him alone. I mean, that was really fucking cruel. Honestly,
if there's
we sorted shit out on our show this morning. I thought, Tommy, no, did we not?
Yeah, I mean, me and you never had any beef. Me and Blind Mike, I didn't leave the call loving him, but we didn't hate each other's guts.
I don't care
demand him to call.
I don't care if he left. But I would say, even within that conversation, even within that conversation today, Steve Robinson, your friend Dave, and I both said to Mike and Tommy in that conversation, you know what? Tommy's right. Like he made some good points. No big deal. Mike, when you shit on somebody and they fucking fight back, then you gotta let them fight back.
My thing with him, and he should learn this from you, is what drives me insane is, did you hear the beginning when he was like, it's a joke? And then 2 seconds later, it's like, so you don't think Tommy's boring? He's like, no, I think he's boring. That's what drives me crazy about Blind Mike. And
yeah, but you can joke about something that you think is true. I mean, both can.
But that's not a joke. Separate. How is saying someone's boring a joke if you mean it?
Well, because if they say something boring and you're kind of making a joke at the fact that it's boring, it can't be funny. I mean,
it's not just with Tommy, but he does a lot. He'll say something that's not really joking. It's just like, oh, you stink or this or that. And then when you call him on it, he's like, oh, I was just joking. Don't get mad about that. That's what drives me insane about not only him, anybody who does that.
Well, okay, fine. Whatever. You can hate him. I really don't care. I like the guy. I don't think he's talentless. I don't think he's talented, but he's somewhere in between. But what I hear you say during the interview and you're getting mad, the next bridge we burn, you're almost like, what the fuck do you care if we burn bridges? Aren't we supposed to?
With us?
No, just in general. Like, you made it seem like it was a bad thing. Like, so we get in the fights and we burn bridges. So
no,
what?
I don't really care. I mean, I'd prefer that you guys didn't continually, pick fights with us, but I don't really care either way, to be totally honest.
What do you mean with us?
People who work here.
Picking fights? Who's, who?
K. Marco.
No. As you said yesterday, that was his fault. That was not my fault. The first time we had an issue with K. Marco, I took the blame. He came on our show, and I said, hey, you know what? Miscommunication, our fault. K. Marco totally fucked up this Donald Trump Jr. thing. By the way, I don't even give a shit if it's publicized or not. You know that. I never asked for
I know. I said that both ways. I agree. It was blown into a much bigger thing.
So then what are you blaming me for then? He blew the whole fucking thing up.
But on both sides, it's on both sides. He made it into a way bigger issue than it ever was. But then you guys go after him on social media, and then he gets, and it's like two babies that I got to manage, if that makes any sense. It's like, why are we even arguing with each other? I didn't get that.
I'm not even arguing with anybody. I talked to you, 2 or 3 nights ago on the phone for 90 seconds, and I said, hey, here's the situation. You said, no problem. And then I think you said, whatever, do this, whatever. And I said, fine. And then I think
agreed.
Follow. So, I mean, then it seems like I should be commended for my performance. And thanks.
We were on the same page. I agree that K. Marco made that a bigger issue than it had to be. But then you guys come over the top with a million zillion, unless they're just fake accounts. And it's like, it just blows up.
Wait, hold on. So now you're blaming me because I have a fan base that is passionate, is defending me, and is tweeting at this fucking
I actually think if I went back, I'd see a lot of the tweets were from you, Blind Mike, and Steve, I would imagine.
One, I sent one to him, I think Mike sent one, and I think Steve sent one. And then, whatever, all the people sent. I mean, now we're at the point where Dave Portnoy doesn't want us arguing with somebody on social media? Is this really happening?
Yeah, but you guys don't argue in the traditional way that we do. You're not here, so they just feel like you're constantly like creating controversy internally.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Okay, that's not a problem at all. We won't do that. No, I understand. We won't be mean anymore. I get the memo.
What do you mean mean? But I'm not doing mean. You're doing the woe is me thing here. It's like this is there was a reason that wasn't published on the blog. It didn't matter either way. Who fucking cares?
I didn't care. Well, K. Marco was the one who fucking started the whole conversation by firing shit at Steve and texting him, being like, "Oh, you're having that guy on. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you can't publish this. Oh, you can't do that." He's being a fucking baby, literally being a baby about it. And so we're like, "Fuck it, fine. We might as well make fun of him on social media," which I think is what we do. And then he got sensitive about it like he always does.
But it's not. By the way, don't be naive. There's a different tone to it when you guys like most of the part here. Here's the difference. Most of the people here don't genuinely hate each other. Like I hate Blind Mike, but there's generally like dislike with a lot of people here and you. And vice versa. Well, maybe not vice versa, but here to you.
That's not true.
Yes,
that's not true at all.
K. Marco hates
anybody there.
K. Marco hates you guys.
Okay, I don't hate him though. So what should I care?
It comes across as genuine like dislike. I don't think fucking Willie probably likes you.
I don't like him either. But so what?
I thought you didn't like it. You just said you had you didn't like
I don't hate anybody. I said I don't hate anybody.
Do you hate anybody? Do you hate anybody besides the M guy?
Emerson? No, I would say most of my hate is reserved for him. But I'll also say for everybody.
Well, then you don't use the word. I hate Blind Mike. I hate him.
Good for you. Congratulations. You hate a fucking blind guy.
Is that why am I supposed to treat him like a charity case? I did that long enough because he's blind.
Here's my larger point, though. I think for everyone who hates me there, and that's fine. I mean, I will suffer tonight and probably not be able to sleep because K. Marco hates me. My understanding is he likes a lot of people in that building as well, maybe too much. But what I would also say is that for everybody who hates me there, for everybody who hates me there, I have somebody there who likes me, who's loyal. Whether
that's
it's
fine. My point. Here's my point.
Dave, I'm not going to do my fucking show based on the fact that whether or not Keith will fucking like me.